Is the third time really the charm? Looks like that's not the case for Miley Cyrus's mom.
Miley, Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus were married for nearly 30 years before they finally called it quits for the third time, but their relationship has always been nothing short of a bumpy ride. From Billy's affair to the pressure of having their marriage thrown into the spotlight, they've been through a lot. And while this isn't the first time that the couple has filed for divorce, it seems like it may be the last. Stay tuned, juicers, because in this video, we're going to take a deep dive into Billy Ray Cyrus' marriage and why after all the hard work they put in to save their marriage, it seems that things just weren't meant to be. Billy Ray met Tish in 1991, not long after his divorce from his first wife, Cindy Smith, whom he had been married to for about 5 years.
You know the first thing he said to me?
What?
Is, I've never seen you drink, ever, and I think that's so cool because all my friends were so rowdy, and that is literally the first thing he ever said to me. I see you're in here all the time. I've never seen you take a drink. I go, I'm always the designated driver.
Tish had also previously been married to a drummer named Baxter Neil Helson, and they had 2 children together, Brandy and Trace. Millie and Tish fell hard and fast, and soon she was pregnant with their first and soon-to-be very famous child, Miley Cyrus. However, from the very beginning of their relationship, the couple was faced with a lot of drama. In this case, it was a baby mama drama. It turned out that while Billy was seeing Tish, he was also seeing another woman, Kristen Lucky, and she had also fallen pregnant with his child just a few months before Tish. With 2 babies on the way from 2 different women, it's clear that Billy was about to have his hands full. But despite the affair that he had had with Kristen, Tish chose to stay with Billy, and they planned to figure things out together. In 1992, their daughter Miley was born just a few months after Kristen gave birth to their son, Christopher. Billy and Tish were determined to make things work, so the following year, they decided it was time to make their love official. The couple tied the knot in their living room in Franklin, Tennessee. However, the country singer confessed that his record company was initially against their union. They thought that because a huge part of Billy's fanbase were women, they might lose interest in him because he was married. But Billy wasn't going to let his career stop him from marrying the woman that he loved. The singer said, "This train may come off the tracks, but I'm going to be a dad. I'm going to be a husband and try to have something in my life that is right."
From the earliest days, Miley would crash onto my stage. I might be doing a show, and all of a sudden this little teeny girl comes running across the front of the stage, and I know she's broke away from the nanny.
Billy also adopted Tish's children from her first marriage and welcomed them into their new family with open arms. From then on, their family continued to grow, and in 1994 the couple welcomed a son, Brazen. Just 6 years later, they had another daughter, Noah.
Be that to my kids. I've told my kids, if I can be half the man or half the dad that my dad was to me, that's what I try to be. He set the bar for what daddies are supposed to be.
Out of all their 6 children, it was Miley who rose to fame. However, as Miley gained popularity as a child star, the couple's relationship was also thrown into the spotlight. In November 2010, Billy suddenly filed for divorce after rumors surfaced that Tish had cheated on him with Poison lead singer Bret Michaels. On the other hand, Bret firmly denied the affair allegations. A representative for Bret stated, "This is someone stirring a pot. This is untrue. He respects the family and worked with Miley and Tish on a professional level." Thankfully, it seemed like Tish and Billy were able to work things out because 5 months later, he withdrew his filing for the divorce. The singer shared, "I want to put my family back together. Things are the best they've ever been." Despite their reconciliation, it seemed that the couple's problems were far from over. Just 3 years after Billy had filed for divorce, Tish then decided to file her own divorce papers, citing the usual irreconcilable differences. While it's not known why she did it, fans could only assume that the couple was struggling to make things work in their marriage because of all their previous issues. Tish shared, "This is a personal matter, and we are working to find a resolution that is in the best interest of our family. We ask that you respect our privacy at this time." However, a month later, the couple was able to reconcile for the second time and called off the divorce. From the outside, it was clear that whatever was happening behind the closed doors of the Cyrus family, it was pretty unstable. But Billy and Tish made an attempt to handle things differently this time, or at least try to.
Sometimes you have to evaluate, where you've been, where you're at, and where you're going. And, you know, we kind of took a look at our, gosh, man, we did all this and came all this far to just say, you know, that it didn't mean anything.
The pair attended couples therapy for the first time and realized that there were quite a few things that they needed to do to make their marriage work. Tish confessed, "We both woke up and realized we love each other and decided we wanted to stay together. We both went into couples therapy, something we haven't done in 22 years of being together, and it's brought us closer together and really opened up our communication in amazing ways." Tish also explained that she knows that marriage can be really hard, especially after 22 years of being in the entertainment industry. With lives in the spotlight, busy schedules, and having to make time for their relationship and their family, it was difficult for the couple to balance it all out. "We've had rough times, but we both realized we didn't want to be another statistic and we wanted to make it work," Tish shared. She also understood that it's all too easy to just throw in the towel and give up on marriage rather than make an effort to work through their issues. Their marital problems seemed too difficult to face, which is why, whenever things got hard, they would simply file for divorce. Tish continued, "I think that any relationship, whether it's marriage or family, it doesn't matter. You truly do have to take care of it and nurture and really work hard at relationships. And that's not always easy, especially in the business that we're in." In the same interview, Tish said she was proud that she and her husband had weathered the storms in their marriage and come out of it together. "We've publicly gone through stuff and made it work, and I'm so glad that we did, because our family is so strong and so amazing. I'm blessed." Unfortunately, it turned out that all the hard work that they had been putting into their marriage wasn't enough to save it. Tish filed for divorce yet again at the beginning of 2022. This made it the third time that the couple had filed divorce papers. While Tish cited irreconcilable differences, she also added that both she and Billy had not been living together for more than 2 years and no longer considered themselves man and wife. Tish also requested an equitable division and distribution of all marital assets and asked that she be granted her own separate property. She also filed a restraining order for their marital property, which prevents her and Billy from transferring or concealing any of their assets. Tish also insisted that they handle their split as amicably as possible. She added that she and Billy would be taking extra measures in their divorce not to harass one another during the process or make any nasty remarks in the presence of their 6 children. The couple shared in a statement, "It is after 30 years, 5 amazing children, and a lifetime of memories. We've decided to go our separate ways. Not with sadness, but with love in our hearts. We have grown up together, raised a family we can be so proud of, and it is now time to create our own paths." Tish also explained that even though she and Billy will be going their separate ways, they will always be family and look forward to a continued and loving shared experience as friends and parents.
You know, as a dad, I look at my kids, my family. What's most important for me as a dad is that everyone is happy, safe, loving what they do because they love it, not because they have to. And
Billy and Tish confessed that despite the many times that they have attempted to end their marriage, this time it was not a decision that was made lightly or quickly. The former couple shared that with so much going on in the world, they wanted to provide some closure and clarity to their fans who have followed them from the very start of their love story. It seems like this time, the couple is serious about ending their marriage, but we can't fault them for trying to make it work. They did their best to stay together for the sake of their love and their children, but sometimes it's not enough. While we love a fairy tale ending to a love story, things aren't always that easy. If there's anything we can learn from Tish and Billy, is there's no shame in parting ways when a couple is no longer happy. We only wish the best for the Cyrus family, and we hope that things will all be settled smoothly and easily.